Have you ever felt like your finances are running you instead of the other way around? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful concept, a complete financial reset in just 90 days. We're going to break down a step-by-step plan to help you seize control of your money and build a system that works for you for the long term. Let's get right into it.
So, does that question hit home? It's such a common feeling, That sense of being totally overwhelmed, like your money is just happening to you. There's so much noise out there, it's hard to know where to even start. But here's the thing.
See, here's the secret. Most people don't struggle with money because they can't do the math. Nope. They struggle because they don't have a clear, actionable plan. And that's exactly what we're building today, a system that does the heavy lifting for you.
And here's our roadmap for the next 90 days. We're breaking this journey into 3 simple phases. First up, the financial audit. This is where we get brutally honest about where we stand. Then, phase 2 is all about building your system, where we put your success on autopilot. And finally, phase 3, level up and lock in, where we really secure your future. Okay, let's kick things off with phase 1, the financial audit. This is going to take up the first 2 weeks, and it's so important because before you can fix anything, you have to get a crystal clear picture of what's actually happening with your money. No more guessing. Now, here's a mindset shift that changes everything. Start thinking about your personal finances like you're the CEO of a successful business. Every single successful business on the planet knows its revenue, that's the money coming in, and its expenses, the money going out. We're just going to apply that exact same discipline to our own lives. So, here are the exact steps for week 1. First, pull up the last 3 months of statements from every account, bank accounts, credit cards, all of it. Second, you're going to categorize every single expense. You can put them in a few buckets. Fixed stuff, like rent. Discretionary, that's flexible spending, like eating out. And then any debt payments. The whole point here is to find your net profit, your savings rate. I promise you, this one exercise can be a total eye-opener. And this is basically what it looks like when you're done. Once you've categorized everything, you'll have a clear breakdown just like this. Now, in week 2, we cut the fat. You just go through this list from the biggest expense to the smallest and ask one simple question. Can I reduce this by 10 to 30%? Take a look. Those Ubers at $225? Is there a habit there you could maybe change? All right, let's move into phase 2. This part covers weeks 3 to 6, and this is where the action really happens. We're going to build the infrastructure to automate your savings, attack your debt, and finally start investing for the long term. This is the fun part. Week 3 is all about automation, or what we call paying yourself first. The first step is to open a high-yield savings account. It's just a savings account that pays you way more interest than a normal one. Then you set up automatic transfers. So every single time you get paid, a piece of that money moves into savings before you even see it, before you have a chance to spend it. This is probably the most powerful financial habit you can ever build.
Okay, week 4. We have to talk about high-interest consumer debt. I'm talking specifically about credit card debt here. You have to treat this like a financial emergency, because it is, and it needs an immediate plan of attack. Why is it an emergency? Because of this number, 21%. That's the average credit card interest rate. Think about that for a second. Every single dollar you put towards paying this debt off is like getting an instant, guaranteed 21% return on your money. You are not going to find that kind of return anywhere else. It's a no-brainer. All right, on to week 5, building your defense. An emergency fund is non-negotiable. It's basically a cash reserve that you keep in that high-yield savings account we talked about, and it's only for unexpected life events. A car repair, a surprise medical bill, a job loss. This is the financial cushion that protects your entire plan from falling apart when life happens.
So what's your first goal? It's this number right here, $1,000. Why? Because it is a huge psychological win. It gets you across that 4-digit barrier. And get this, something like 59% of Americans can't cover a surprise $1,000 bill. So just by hitting this milestone, you're putting yourself ahead of the majority and buying yourself some serious peace of mind. So in week 6, we get to flip the switch from defense to offense. Look, saving is for safety, but to build real, long-term wealth, you have to invest your money. You have to put it into appreciating assets, things that are likely to grow in value over time, like stocks or real estate. And this chart really tells the whole story. It shows why stocks have historically been the #1 engine for wealth growth. You can see that over the long run, they've delivered higher average returns than other major assets. For most people, a simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund is a fantastic way to start. All it means is you're buying a tiny piece of the 500 biggest companies in the US. You're diversified instantly. All right, we're in the home stretch now. Phase 3, level up and lock in. This covers weeks 7 through 12. You've audited your spending, you've built your automated system. Now it's time to expand your potential and make sure this whole system is locked in for good.
So in week 7, we focus on the other side of the money equation, income. Think about it. You can only cut so many expenses, right? But your earning potential is theoretically unlimited. So this week is about exploring your options. Could you build a solid case to ask for a raise? Maybe start a little side hustle. Or what about learning a high-income skill that will pay off for years and years?
Week 8 is all about making your goals real. And this is wild, but check this out. Studies show you are 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by writing them down. It's that simple. So take your goal, saving for that emergency fund, a down payment, whatever, write it down, make a plan, and then go tell someone to hold you accountable.
Okay, week 9. Let's talk about the ultimate double-edged sword of personal finance, credit cards. If you're disciplined, they are an amazing tool. They build your credit, they earn your rewards. But if you're not, they can trap you in a painful cycle of high-interest debt. You have to be really honest with yourself and figure out which side of this chart you fall on. And as we get to the end of our 90 days, in week 12, we plan our stretch goals. These are the big, ambitious things that get you excited. What do you want to achieve in 1 year? What about 5 years, 10 years? Define them, and then work backward to create a roadmap. That 5-year goal of buying a home, it starts by figuring out how much you need to save each month, starting right now. So, you've made it. You've completed the 90-day reset. But here's the thing. This isn't the finish line, not even close. This is the starting line. The goal of this reset isn't just to have a good 3 months, it's to build the habits and the systems that are going to last you a lifetime.
And that really just brings us to this final thought. Wealth isn't about getting lucky or some get-rich-quick scheme. It's built brick by brick through consistency, through discipline, and by always keeping that long-term vision in sight.
Look, this 90-day reset is a proven framework, but it only works if you actually start. So the question I really want to leave you with is this. Your reset starts right now. What's your first step going to be?